Now, how many of you all been watching the news about Israel?
A little bit.
All right.
From today.
Do you all understand what's going on over there? Do you know what this is about? Did you know that World War III is starting in the Middle East? And the catalyst that started it off was Donald Trump. Remember, he took a trip over there, and he called himself having the authority to sign over the Aqsa Masjid, Dome of the Rock, to Bibi Netanyahu, to the Prime Minister of Israel, the House of Allah.
Yep.
The one that Muhammad ascended from the rock, Dome of the Rock. Muhammad ascended up through the seven heavens on what they call a burak, a bright white light. And it's deeper than that. They're saying that Hamas, a Palestinian group that are now reduced to a sliver of land called the Gaza Strip. You all will remember, those of you that know anything about history, that Palestine was an entire nation, a country. Remember that?
Yes. Yes.
Yes, it was a whole country. Like the United States was a country, Palestine was a country. Well, after World War II, the United States conscripted large cargo ships and gathered up over 600,000 white Europeans that practiced the Jewish religion. But they're Sephardim and Ashkenazim Jews. Are you following me? When you go into your scriptures, it says to you, there are those of you that say they are Jews, but are not, but are of the synagogue of Satan. These are white people disguising themselves, hiding under Jewish religion. Deeper. Who can tell me who the real Jews are and where they are? Other than you all, the remnant that's here right now with me.
The Jews of Ethiopia.
That's right, they're in Ethiopia.
Or in Africa.
They're right, Ethiopia is in Africa. There were 12 tribes of Israel, 12 tribes of Ishmael, and 11 tribes of Canaan. All of those Canaanite tribes are like the Hittites, Girgashites, Amorites, Canaanites, and one of them is black, called the Hamathites. There are some black devils on the planet, because one of the cursed tribes of Canaan is black. I want y'all to know that. But they're predominantly 99% white. So they are not the real Jews. They just practiced and stole the Jewish religion because back in ancient times, when Israel was attacked by Nebuchadnezzar and them from out of Babylon, they were kidnapped, captured, and brought into bondage and killed in war, and the remnant brought into bondage under Nebuchadnezzar. And at that time, the real Jews, many of them had white people as pets, like dogs and what have you, real pets. And when the real original masters were taken into captivity, the planet of the apes happened. The animals rose up and supplanted, took over the master's religion and For example, the Canaanite woman with her daughter that was vexed by demons when searching for the Messiah Jesus so that he could cleanse her daughter from the evil spirits. The disciples went to Jesus and said, the Canaanite woman out there, she wants to come to you because she has a daughter that's bitterly vexed by demons. And Jesus responded that it's not proper or right to give the children's food to dogs. He called that woman and her daughter dogs.
Yes, he did.
That's right. That's their best friend and their God spelled backwards. And the Canaanite woman replied, even so, Master, is it not true that even the dogs eat the crumbs swept from the Master's table? And with that, Jesus smiled and said, may your daughter be whole, and healed her. Now that it's clear that these white people in Germany and Austria and all these places were just white people that usurped, stole the Jewish religion and customs and traditions, right? That the United States put them on large cargo ships after World War II and took a flotilla of them all the way over to the land of Palestine, right in the middle of Egypt and ancient Jordan and Syria and all them places. And they unloaded all these tanks and high-powered weapons because, they are a warring nation and they were already outfitted for war. And they rolled down on the Palestinian state and took over the land of Palestine, confiscated the majority of the land, and just gave it to those people that were imitating, pretending they were Jews, but were not, but was the synagogue of Satan. Is everybody clear? And ever since 1948, they've been grabbing more land from the Palestinians, the original inhabitants of Palestine, of course, and committed genocide on them. 60% of the Palestinians fled and migrated to Jordan to get away from these tyrants. But some refused to leave their homeland, and you got about 2.3 million still there with their backs to the ocean on a strip of land where they're really worse than apartheid. They're prisoners. And it's the most tightly packed, sardine-packed population spot on the planet Earth. Did you hear what I said? There are people over there sleeping nose to toes, like slaves in a slave ship. They are packed in like sardines, and these fake Israelite white people got borders all around them, so they can't even leave their own territory. So the people being industrious, since they're backwards to the sea, they became great fishermen. And through resourcefulness, they started going to the sea to feed their people. And a couple of years back, these satanic Jews went and put buoys out there in gunships and established a 3-mile limit that they can't go in the water and fish and supply food to their people. So they're sneaking truckloads of food and what have you in there to feed the people by night and all through back trails to keep everybody from starving to death. And they show you pictures all the time. They're trying to educate their children in schools. and the Jews, or the fake Jews, they drop bombs on them whenever they complain and blow the little children out their sandals. And then Trump went over there and then signed the Aqsa Masjid over to the devil for their possession. You hear me? And that masjid has zero to do with white people. But now, it's illegal for Muslims to even go on the land. They can't worship there. They can't even go to the Wailing Wall. Now, if that's not a cause for... Do you understand why these people are upset?
Yes.
And are you all beginning to understand the way that Satan works? And the way he justifies, you know, telling people if you don't like it, go home and this, that, and the other. They subjugate people, work on committing genocide, make them feel inferior in their own land. It is the synagogue of Satan. How many of you agree? Because you can check these facts out. How many of you agree with what I'm telling you right now, that is the work of Satan by voice and heed?
I do. This is Lucas.
It is.
Amun-Rayay.
Yes, it is the work of Satan. Thank you, Amun-Rayay. Bless your soul. Now, I'd like all of us here, please, to take some time and focus on visualizing Amun-Rayay. And you don't have to know how he looks. He is you, and we are him, because he's a living soul. And direct your spiritual energy, healing light to him and through him as a collective. On the count of 3, close your eyes and remember that he's you. You're healing yourself, the body of Christ. 1, 2, 3, send that light. Amun, Amun-Rayay. Who? You all should have felt that vibration in your chest and throughout your body. Visualize that light going to him and through him. Visualize him being whole and getting up and being filled with energy and the life force, and bring joy to his existence. Tell him what you saw, what you did the other day.
This is Anukas. I actually saw Amun-Rayay, like Amun said. I don't know him personally, but I did see him get up off a chair, seemingly a rocker, and walk across his porch, straight and tall and healthy.
All right, and that's what we all need to do as a collective. Also, we got the message that Panababi Anu, don't know how true it is, was taken out of lockup, and right now that he's in the hospital in Colorado because he passed out. So I think we ought to send some light and healing to him as well. You send this light to Amun-Rayay in Panabab-Yanu every time you have an idle moment. If you do it 50 times a day, it won't be too many. And never forget that we are one. All right. You all have the power to do these things. You do. Just remember to test up to 144,000 is you all going out and moving stars every class, for example, and visualizing your own spirit perspire through your skin. Why do I say the star test for the 144,000 is going out moving stars? It's because everybody that can see it and do it, it means you're qualified to be of the chosen few, the 144,000. Because it is you exclusively that are one with all. Because you're all one with my mind. And I and the Father are one. The one here and the one there are not two, but one. And those of you that are vibrating on the higher spiritual frequency can perform miracles just like the disciples of Jesus did in days gone by. As it was in the beginning, so shall it be in the end. Speaking of the end, I'd like everybody to commit to reading the story of Jonah in the Bible. I mean, the story of Noah in the Bible. You follow me? So write it down, please. Read the story of Noah. Now, these are the last days we in. And just seeing what's happening in Israel and Ukraine, etc. These are wars and rumors of war outside of China and Taiwan, and all these are wars and rumors of wars. You have an earthquakes in diverse places, means in many different places. Heat records are being broken hundreds a day. You can't tell one season from another. There are food shortages, floods, hurricanes, plagues in the land, like COVID-19. You know that wherever you live, you may think it's a local problem, but when you go to your supermarket, Cheryl, are you here in London?
Yes, I am.
Okay. Are you all, when you go to a supermarket, products that you used to purchase at a supermarket, say, 3 years ago, are you finding some of those products are scanting out? They're not always there like they used to be?
Yes, that's the case, and also they're overpriced.
And also the price is high. What did you say? I'm sorry.
Yeah, the price is
They're
high.
overpriced. Right. Okay. So they're scarce and overpriced. Okay. I want you all to know, in the United States and in Africa and Europe, you may think this is a local problem, and this is happening in London or New York or Memphis, Tennessee, or Miami Beach, Florida. But it's happening everywhere. So is this record-breaking heat. So are these plagues. Locusts. Look it up. When I say these things to you, I want y'all to write them down. Read the story of Noah. Write it down. Search the internet on YouTube for these locust plagues, bees, swarms, and all over France and threatening Europe. Cheryl will tell you right now that there's a plague of bed bugs. Am I right, Cheryl?
In France, yeah.
Yes. And they're afraid because they have a lot of trains and transportation that goes back and forth between France and London and other places on a daily basis that this plague is spreading. How are you going to contain that? When you have people working across the border, and Europe is a smaller place, it's almost like a single country, so they don't really honor borders like they do between the U.S. and Mexico or Canada. You follow me? So it's not unusual for a person to live in England and have a job in France or vice versa. Am I right, Cheryl?
Yes, correct.
Right. So when people move backward and forward freely across the border and they're plagued with pestilence on one side of the border, I think we can figure it out from there, right? It won't be long. And it's nothing that I wish on anybody. My question is, how do you stop it? The inevitable. Right? Okay. Now, do we have any questions about what's happening over there in Palestine and Israel?
How do you stop it?
How do you stop what?
All this going on. You said you were not the ones asking, like, how can we stop this? Or can it be stopped, I guess?
Can you stop the wars or the pestilence? Or both? You can't. It's all part of prophecy. It's inevitable. It is happening. What you can do, and your only option is be a part of the 144,000 faithful disciples and raise up in vibration, Schumann, so that you raise up to another spiritual plane, like Vesica Pisces, and become a citizen of the new heaven and the new earth, so that you won't be left behind on the old earth to suffer their plagues. Are you with me? If that's not clear, just turn your question.
Yes, it's clear. Thank you.
All right. That said, we need to all make firm commitments tonight to start frantically and feverishly working on achieving OBE, out of body. Like Yanu said, until you learn how to travel out of your body at will, you forget about making it to the new heaven and new earth. Many of you all have celestial contacts and family, worlds that you will send here from for this mission specifically. Just have to ask how you're doing your job. Now, ETs that vibrate on higher frequencies and higher planes, they contact your higher self, not your lower carnal brain, not your animal aspect. They negotiate meeting with you with your higher self. And your higher self, or God inside of you, will communicate to them whether or not you're ready and say yes or no to contact. And might even suggest that he or she is growing, but they're not ready yet. Give them another 4 months or another year, and you can contact them. They'll be ready, or whatever the case may be, personally for you. But know that your family, cosmic family, is trying to reach you. And I will send here the vanguard to light your way back home as well. All right? Also need you all to Google the history of Palestine and the European Jews. Also, I want you to Google a map of Palestine in the 1930s, before it was stolen by Europeans from the Palestinians. And then look at a map of it after, since 1948. In fact, look at a map of it now, and you see it's been constantly shrinking more and more. Till they got them sleeping on top of one another. Those people are in hell. But that's what Satan does. They torture and torment you and snuff out your life. And when you complain or snap back just like a spring wound far too tight, they call you the devil and a troublemaker, and they justify what the original agenda was at the beginning: total genocide. You hear me, FEMA? If you don't like being put in hell and squeezed out of existence by them, then they justify doing things to you overtly in the open. And they build these destruction death camps in the open many times with your help. But when I say the way of Satan, many of you are students of history, and you know that these people migrated from Ireland, France, England, Switzerland, predominantly from Europe. Am I right? These white people here. Well, they're all Europeans, aren't they? Does everybody understand what I'm saying?
Sure.
I want you to know where they got the Palestinian model from. It's been the nature of the beast since their advent to land grab and steal resources and what have you, because there is no place for them found in the heavens. So they supplant people through war and trickery and religion. And they do this all the time. You know that you can't discover a place that's already occupied by people. There were hundreds, thousands of tribes here before they came. And they were predominantly black. Before the admixture of the Chinese and a dynasty that came over from China and mixed with the original inhabitants to create the yellow Indian with the slanted eyes and the hollow head. Now that you look at Indians and look at their face, you start seeing a Chinese resemblance. But they have a taller statue and a bigger body like Negroes, like black people. And then they went over to Africa and raided and enslaved many of black people, brought them over here, kidnapped them through the Middle Passage, packed like sardines in the bows of these big raggedy ships. And when you died in your own feces, they would throw you overboard. It was so horrible the way it smelled and the misery that people could smell them for miles and miles away before they even got close to shore to dock. And sharks followed them all the way across the ocean in schools, waiting for fresh men and women's dead bodies and babies that would cry. And if it disturbed the Amorites, they would grab the babies by their ankles and bust their brains out against the ship wall and throw them overboard. That's what they did. And with this bestial behavior, they called you all animals and say that you were only 3/5 human and you were an animal. Of course, the reason for that is they didn't want their own rugrats, brats, or kids, baby goats, to ask them, why are you treating these people like that? So they can look at them with their animal eyes and say, because, son, daughter, these are not people. They're not people. They're just mud, and they don't have a soul, and they have no connection to God. That you all don't have a soul, bandstand. You know what I'm saying? Soul train, and you don't have no connection to God. You hear me, Star Movers? So I'm not trying to make anybody angry with the devil. I just want you to understand the reality and their modus operandi. I want you to see how they work and how they function. And many of the weaker black, they pattern themselves after them, and now they emulate the beast, and they work in that same fashion. These are your Judas goats that completely and utterly turned on the black race, on the original people, to weaken them and strengthen the beast. They're on the side of the planet of the apes. Okay? Now, with that introduction, I'd like to know who has a spiritual experience they'd like to share, or what is that first question? And I apologize for opening up the class with such bitter reality.
Truth is truth.
Yeah, it is truth, undeniably true. But even truth can hurt. And it's not my intention to hurt you, but to wake you up. So who is that first question?
I have one.
I'll do my very best.
Well, if we're in the if we're in the hereafter, and you're talking about all these plagues and wars and stuff like that, where does that fit in at?
It fits in that you're Homo Galactica. You are fifth dimensional beings when you move in stars and you're on a physical experience with me and you're operating out of your higher consciousness. But unfortunately, like many religious people say Christianity, they get all excited, amen, and passing out in church on Sunday. But when they go outside the doors, they look at the reality around them, and they reason that the devil has everything. And then they drop down in vibration again, right back down to mortals again, and there goes their psychic self-defense. Are you following me? But let me tell you, you all are blessed, because even when you drop down from that height of moving stars, most of you are still vibrating on the frequency due to being conscious about the truth, due to waking up, that you're still out of reach of the more base things like plagues, wars, mass murders, how they murder children in schools. So what I'm saying is this, Keith Amun, you're mostly watching this stuff on TV, am I right? Or in the media. But you're not experiencing a lot of it.
That's correct.
We do, yeah. But these other people are really being exposed to this. These white people and these turncoat blacks, they're really being prostrated by the devil's touch. because they won't leave Earth 1. You follow me? They refuse to wake up. They think that the unseen world, the spiritual realm, is foolish. And so they put everything they have into the physical realm and they bank it there. You follow me? They put all their hopes, dreams, aspirations, their future, they put all that in a fast-fading physical reality. And that's the definition of hell. When it's removed from them or they're removed from it. You follow me? Then when there's nothing left except the spirit, which is everything, they're lost. And that becomes hell to them when it should be heaven. Because those of you that are blind in this, so shall you be in the next. You're not going to separate from this physical realm and wake up spiritually conscious as an epiphany. Oh, I got it, or something. No. If you didn't pay attention to this mission and this very, very special relationship you have with me as a proxy to your Most High Creator, which is evidenced by the things you do and the things you know, then you'll be trapped and left behind, and you will experience hell, just like the masses. That's why many are called, but very few are actually chosen. Because who among you can truly make the uphill climb? Who among you will truly be found worthy? Who here is really working to earn their seat? Who among you look into the mirror? All right. How many of you look into the mirror? And when you look into the mirror,
I look in the mirror every day.
You know that you're witnessing the presence and essence of God.
Rahul back. Take over, Lord.
Rahul back. Again, how many of you look in the mirror and actually see the essence of God Almighty? Because for those of you that accept that reality, that's who's there, looking back at you.
Absolutely.
And what can he do? What can she do?
Everything.
Everything.
Such as move stars. Now, is that possible for mortal people, physical flesh people? Can they move stars?
No, it's not.
No.
Okay, that being said, then only the greatest fool will try to deny that we're the chosen ones. This group right here and this mission is the only relevant mission. You follow that? It's not about rancorous cries, calling yourself God, and each other God, and this and that and the other. Family, it's about doing the things that Gods do. That's where the rubber meets the road. Because men can't move stars, neither can they jump over the grave. That's not what men do. Men don't have the level of understanding and conscious awareness that you have. You all don't have any idea how much you know, do you? Those of you that have been with me for years and years, and even those of you that have been walking with me briefly, your acquisition of knowledge, you got so much information that it'll baffle the other mortals around you. And you feel like the space between you and them is an ever-widening gap. Because you cannot sit down with them, your brothers and sisters, even your family, and have a heart-to-heart, mind-to-mind conversation.
No, you can't.
No, because as soon as you open your mouth, you lose them. All you have to do is tell the truth and say, look, I'm God. And I guarantee you, that's the end of your conversation. And even if you attempt to prove it to them, they won't have patience with you many times. They don't even want to come and
Plus,
see.
they won't listen.
No, they don't want to listen, and they don't want to see. And even if they see it, they'll deny the reality of what they see it. Because if they can't do it, then it can't be done. After all, you're just a nigger. They believe that monkeys lie. And besides, they have seen the image of God in their scriptures. And you don't fit the picture. You got it? All right, next question.
I have a
I have a question, Amun.
All right, what is it?
You guys
Who
go
gave
ahead.
Trump the power to sell his land to Israel?
People gave power to the beast. People give black and white devils, Chinese devils, they all give their power to the dragon, to the beast. You give your power to the beast by voting for him. You give him political power. Or even not voting. By omission, you give him power. You follow? So people in power, they elect presidents from the bottom up, not like messengers sent from the Most High, from the top down. That's why Trump is always telling you all that he only wants ignorant followers. He doesn't want any college graduates or educated people at all. Why? Can somebody tell me? The reason is obvious, isn't it?
So that he could keep his evil plan going, so that people that don't believe him, do believe in him, won't have they won't have the power to pass on to the ones that don't believe in him, and things of that sort.
Right. So I'll tell you what I can guarantee you. Nobody, not one man, woman, or child that's ever walked with me any significant time will ever go down and pull the lever for Donald Trump or anything like that. Any creature like that. Am I right or wrong?
Right.
True.
Right.
Because you all are too conscious. You're too conscious. Certainly about word heedless of it. But we have removed from you your veil. So today your sight is sharp. You can see now. But there's none so blind as he or she who refuses to see. You follow me? Those are the followers of Satan. Those are his faithful disciples. That's right. Now you see, I want to be clear, and I want to make it clear to you all that when there was a war in heaven, that includes the earth, all the planets, all the worlds, and all the dimensions, the past, present, and future. All timelines. Synonymously, at the same time. All is one. So that I want you to imagine, right here on earth, that there were 3 worlds before this one. And they built great civilizations. And they had far more knowledge than anybody does here now. They were gods, angelic beings, supreme beings, master architects, scientists, and celestial travelers. They built Atlantis and all these wondrous places that you people uncover today as discoveries, like ancient Egypt. They built those great civilizations that you find under the waters and oceans, and yes, even under the Arctic. With a 3-mile thick ice sheet. That's right. But it's important that you read the story of Noah and come back, and I want you all to describe that story, the essence of it, to the class, the next coming class. Because as the people of Noah's time, the population became negative, and they rebelled against the truth and the Creator. And because of that, they were cast down. And many of them were cursed as apes. Picture this now. Look at white people as apes and swine. You see pigs, you see it, right? You see it, right? See the fur on them and the eyes and the way they smell, the bugs all over them? You can see it. They were cursed as apes and swine. But now today, these fantastic liars are trying to convince you that they're fair and beautiful and that black is ugly. The original people are ugly. When they know that the Most High God is omnipresent, meaning everywhere at the same time. And what color is everywhere, class?
Black.
Blackness.
That's what it is. So who's created the image and likeness of God?
We are black people.
But they're trying to say that you're the cursed beast. That you were cursed as apes and swine. They call you black monkeys. Am I wrong or right?
You're right.
Right.
So on the planet of the apes, the beast is calling you a monkey. Am I right?
Yes, you are. You're right. That's what they say.
That should make your senses revoked. You should be shocked and appalled by that. You hear me, Donald says? When you look up the definition of white and the color black in Merriam-Webster's unabridged dictionary, when you look at the way that they suggest to you through society that the cowboy with the white hat is good and with the black hat is bad, a little white lie, black white, you know, they dress in black when they die and white at weddings, angel food cake is white, the devil food cake, but you know, on and on. You follow what I'm saying? What they have done is put you under a spell of ignorance. Why, they even have you believing that God himself is a leper, is cursed. While the Bible tells you in Numbers chapter 12 that Miriam angered God and he cursed her white and leprous as snow. Am I right or wrong?
You're right.
You're right.
And in the same book, they paint God as white. Am I right?
Right again.
So God cursed himself as a leper in his own creation.
Wrong.
Believe me. We needed this, you hear me? Desperately. Because we were all under this spell. And don't think, because you're beginning to wake up a little bit, that now you got it. I don't need him anymore. I got it. No, I just cracked the door for you. We still have yet to open it up. Or you wouldn't even be concerned about about wars and plagues and death and sickness and all these things, you wouldn't be concerned about that if you really knew who you were. You'd be like Jesus on one of his tests when he was cast in the dungeon. In the dark, it was damp, and it was creeping things, tarantulas and snakes and all these things, and he was chained up down there. Until he reflected on it, made the journey within, and he rationalized and stood up and he said, I am a living soul. And none can bind the living soul, and with that the lights came on. The creeping thing disappeared, and the chains fell away as worthless rags. It's all in your mind, children. All in your mind. But we already see the kind of things he's been putting in your minds, right? Ugly things. And why are they mad with me? Because they do not want me to let you all know that you're gods. Unfortunately, you got melanated brothers and sisters that don't like it either. Now, isn't that tragic?
Yes.
They're the ones that's deepest under the spell. The garbage under the toilet. The lowest of the low. You follow me? Yeah, go ahead.
Follow.
I wanted to say this is a nucleus that since I've been talking with the Messiah for nearly 10 years or about that, I am less concerned about things going on in this world, i.e. those wars and pestilences and other evil, awful, negative things. They don't frighten me as much as they used to because of the truth that I'm getting from the Messiah. I love you.
And I love you too. I gotta tell you, I was never terrified of death, but I'm not afraid of it anymore at all. One thing, I had to face it so many times just being on this mission with you all. And I realized that I'll be here as long as it takes to wake you all up, because that's his will, may he be exalted. If for no other reason. It's not about Larry Darrensburg. It's about the message that I delivered to you all. Please be worth the effort. Please be worth the effort. And these things that you're learning and realizing, self-realization, how many of you think that there could be any nobler cause than to spread this truth all over creation? What could be a more noble cause than that? Somebody tell me.
Nothing.
There is no more noble cause than this. There
so
is
what
not.
you're saying is that there's nothing greater than waking up people under a spell, trapped in hell, into self-realization of who and what they really are to realize their true potential, Star Movers. Is that what you're saying to me?
Yes, that's what I'm saying and believe and know.
Is she the only one saying? Let me know if you all think that that's the noblest. Let me hear by voice and name.
Yes, that's true.
It's Kim. And yes, it's true.
Yeah.
You get
Now,
by waking up people, you get heaven first.
you need to ask yourselves and one another, because people see what you're doing. Are you really doing everything in your power? Everything in your power to prove yourself worthy of these blessings? Yes or no?
Not everything.
I'm not as strong as I want to do, but I'm doing it. I'm getting there.
All right. These classes that I sent out recently, have been posted on Telegram along with contact information?
I haven't received
I'll
any
let-
post.
I sent them to you, definitely.
Well, and I tried to reach you after class and got no response for her email.
Well, yeah. But I don't even have a
But
computer
I
here
think-
right now. They're fighting so hard, I don't even have a computer. And I want to make sure, Carlos and Maroa, you don't send out that last class and post it nowhere. I don't want that out. Do you understand that? But you should know that.
Yes, Mr. Sire.
That was nothing but negative information. We don't
Yes,
need
sir.
that. Yeah.
Which one?
The last class, it shouldn't be heard by anybody that represents us. Because I was so frustrated with you all. You hear me?
Yes, sir. Yes, Mr. Sire.
I was really wondering if I was crazy, were the elders right that you weren't worth it, and I shouldn't tell you all nothing. I could have been gone. This is not my home.
The kid?
You hear me?
Yes, sir.
And I really feel bad when people don't stand with me. Or I have to ask you to do what you already know you should be doing. That's what made me think about what
Did you get my...
Amun-Rayay said about you all being fallen angels at the Athens ball. Did I get what now, son? Go ahead.
Did you get my new email? Because they've been working on me every day. I had to create a whole new
I'm
email.
trying to say, I know, but I don't even have a computer right now. I have a new one here.
Oh, okay.
That's not, but it's got nothing on it, right?
Yes.
Okay.
They got
I'm trying to tell you, I
dogs.
don't cry a lot, Stroke.
Yeah.
I don't cry a lot, but the devil is working on me 100 times more than they work on you all. That makes sense, doesn't it?
Yes,
Yes,
I can't
it does.
use my
And I
phone.
see it
They
every
kill the
day.
head, the ass will die.
They know who you are, and I can't use my phone no more at all.
Yeah, but I know who you are. And now you're beginning to know who you are. You see that?
Yes, sir.
That's your greatest fear. To wake up the gods en masse. But I can't do it alone. You all need to be waking up gods and goddesses every day religiously by the millions. Because the sooner you wake them up, the planet will be surrounded in light. This is a dark world, a dark reality right now. But if every one of you lit just one little candle, what a bright world this would be. Can you see that?
Messiah,
Yes.
I was thinking about this radio station. It's called a Haruru Gym, the black radio station called. And I was thinking about trying to get you on there. Going out and see how much it costs to get you on the radio station.
That's right. You also get me on more than one radio station.
I tried with them guys 2 times, Cam Carroll. And they like they scared. We have to go back down there together and see if we can get it done. And,
You can
we got to
do
go.
it because you're God. If you want to, you can.
Yeah, we got to go around this one guy. He didn't want to do it.
Can't do.
Yeah.
How many of you have gotten on Telegram since we last spoke?
I got mine. I'm trying to connect it right now.
How many of you have actually done it?
I got to create an account on that.
I have an account for that already.
You have
one already.
Are you putting our links up on Telegram, Keith Amun?
I know I got them on my page. On my
Keith Amun, are you putting our links on Telegram?
No, because I had to, when I sent you the information for all those, I had to go refine what I sent you. but I'll be back at it tonight. And
thank you all. And the other brother that just said something about Telegram, you gonna be on there too? And of course, we can depend on you, Cheryl, to post everything on Telegram as you get it, right?
Yes, as soon as I get it, it'll be going out to hundreds.
Okay, let me say this, Cheryl. You have gotten many posts from me already all these years, haven't you?
Yeah.
Why don't you post some of those links up there in the interim and contact information? You don't have to wait, really, at all. You don't have to wait, do you?
Okay, I can use the old information, that's fine.
Well, not old.
Well,
just the most recent you have. The most recent you have.
Okay.
Post those links up. Post at least 4 or 5 links up with our contact information. Make sure you put on Ryan Star Mover there. And you all open up these radio stations. We got, Cheryl, you have the power to open up and deliver Europe to us. You know that. How powerful would you be in the cosmos? How big would the smile of the Creator be? How bright would your light be if you were individually responsible for waking up that continent? You too will always be remembered for all time. You would earn the highest seat. You have the real Jews. You have the connection. And you see these black and white devils just leading people to where? Nowhere. Fast, right?
Yeah.
In circles. They turn into pancakes. And you have the power to deliver them from evil and darkness. All of you do. Get to work. And I want to thank those of you that are supporting financially the mission. And for those of you that haven't done it as yet, I feel bad for you. You're making bad choices.
Messiah, I'm working on sending a donation.
I believe in you. All right, what's that next question?
I have another question.
I just want to know, did you check your cash out?
Did I check the what now?
Check your cash out. I had cash out again.
Yes, I did. I checked it out. And the brother's here on the phone with us now, and he told me that you sent like 100,000. Before that, you sent 75. Does that sound right?
Well, actually, it was 80 and then 70. So he was right about 150. It was 80 then 70.
Well, he said you sent a little more than that.
No, I got the receipt. I ain't gonna lie now.
Okay, Katat, how much did the brother send? I love you. How much did the brother send, Katat, you say?
He said 80, 75, I thought.
Okay, so that means it's 155 then, brother. Not a lot of difference.
I'm telling you, 150.
But, okay, I'm just saying, we on top of it, okay? And love you.
Yeah.
And I pray that you get a lot more out of it than the heavens get out of your support, okay?
Absolutely.
I hope the heavens open up above your head and pour on you gifts that can't be counted. All of you that support this divine mission. There's nothing you can do for the Creator. There's nothing better that you can do for the Creator than to show your gratitude to Him. You hear me? To communicate your gratitude to your Creator for everything. Don't be ungrateful. And that's reflected when you give all your power to the beast. And you wonder why things are the way they are. All right, next question. In your life. Next question. I'll do my best. Go ahead.
What is the deal with all these people that are starting to just vanish? Because I seen a video the other day of some people that were in an emergency room, just vanished out of there and on camera. Seen the airport today, and just people just disappearing.
Well, right now it's starting to be so frequent that they have to publicize it, but they've been trying to keep a lid on that too. I wasn't even talking about it. I just asked you all to consider, where are all the children? Where's the food on the shelves? But many people are being left behind. You hear me? You can answer that question by asking, why are white people dying faster than they're being born? You hear me? Where are all the stars? Where are the children? Some going to heaven, some being left behind. But you knew that. The one asking the question knew better than the one being asked. Because you walk with the Messiah. Next question.
I have a question, Amun.
I'll do my best.
I know you said that when we sleep every night, our bodies leave our body. I want to know, where do our souls travel to every night when it leaves?
Where do you travel every night? Wherever your focus is.
Yeah,
wherever your focus is. I told you all that out of every 12 dreams on the average, you have 7 false dreams and 5 true dreams. So whatever is on your mind foremost when you drift into sleep, I don't care if it was an argument or a picture on TV, or if you are a conscious being and you meditate on where you want to go when you leave your body and visualize that, and you achieve that result because you put energy into the focus. All these factors determine where you end up when you leave your body. You hear me?
Follow.
So just like here in this reality, you create your own reality. Mind your mind for the jewels of your soul.
I have a question.
I'll do my best.
To piggyback on what the brother said, I think somewhere in the Bible it says, man shall be a witness against himself or something to that effect.
Yes. Man is sufficient as witness against himself on that day. Because your feet will tell where they've been, your hands will tell, and your eyes will tell. Your body parts will tell where they were and what they did. Let me illuminate. Again, when you walk across the lawn to go to the mailbox every day, you leave an etheric spiritual impression on the fabric of existence. You hear me? It's all part of the CashApp records. every move, every thought, your niyah, your intention. It's all recorded. The beauty of that is that you have sha'a, or free will, to choose between agreeable and disagreeable. And your will is neither ought or not. It's like a pistol on a coffee table. It's not good or evil. It depends on whoever picks it up. Like fire. It can be used to warm a baby's formula or to burn down your neighbor's house. It's totally up to you. Now, in Islam, you were taught that you have recording angels that record your good and bad deeds, and they're written down as sijin, the negative ones and the good ones, in Ilyun, on high, in the highest places. But the truth is that your own inner being is the recorder. Your own higher self is God that lives inside the temple. And whenever you do a good deed, it's recorded, etched in your memory. And anytime you have an evil deed, that's also recorded. But if you have a good thought or intention, and you don't get a chance to carry it out, but it's a sincere intention, do you know the Creator still records it as a good deed, as if you had done it? But if you have an evil intention, and it never comes to fruition, it never actually happens, He does not record that. And you hear people say that God's not fair. Oh, I beg to differ with you. I beg to differ with you. He's more than fair.
Our hat, Messiah.
Say it again.
Our hat.
Anubis just asked me, because during the last class, she wrote a note to me personally saying, I'd like to donate another $300 to you right now, and I told her I couldn't accept that because she gives 85% of what she gets to me now, and so does Hotep, and I give 100% of what I have. So you follow what I'm saying? I'm not trying to be a burden on people, but there are people that's not giving at all. Or even if they do, they receive more than they give, and they know that. And some people promise to equal it out, but they never do. They rob God. It don't mean I don't love them, but truth is truth. All right, now what was your question, sister?
So you answered the question.
All right. Next question.
What was the purpose of Adam's calendar?
Adam's calendar was telling you, for example, when you look back at scriptures, it was saying that Enoch and people like that lived Methuselah 989 years, what have you. But in Adam's calendar, 6 months was a year back then. So you have different calendars, like the Gregorian calendar. You follow me? Now, those of you that are really interested in discovering Adam's calendar, write this down. I want you to Google Enki's gold mines in South Africa. Enki's gold mines. A man called Michael Challenger. Michael Challenger. Write it down. Enki's gold mines. Or just write down Michael Challenger, comma, Adam's calendar. Adam's calendar, comma, YouTube, and it will unfold itself for you in vivid detail and living color. You'll find out the whole truth while you're there. Historically, what happened on the planet Earth with the Anunnaki connection. That's right. Now the thing is, if I keep giving you all this information and what to look up and you never do it, it's falling on deaf ears. You're not really interested in knowing. Again, you're kidding yourselves.
What's another good reference?
That's a good one right there to start, for real. Michael Challenger.
Okay.
Adam's calendar. Michael Challenger, comma, Adam's calendar, comma, YouTube. Somebody look it up right now. Type in Michael Challenger, or type in Adam's calendar, comma, Michael Challenger, comma, YouTube. Let me see who gets it first. Don't be standing there with your thumb, you know where, waiting for somebody else to do it all the time. Do it for your own soul's sake.
I just looked it up, Messiah.
What do you see?
You said Adam's calendar.
Yes.
It shows the world oldest man-made structure. Adam's calendar explorer. Let's see.
And you looked up Michael Challenger too, right?
I looked up Adam's calendar.
I follow you, but I'm saying that I studied Michael Challenger and Adam's calendar, and I know that to be the truth. You hear me?
Yes.
I'm being very specific. Look up Adam's calendar, comma, Michael Challenger, comma, YouTube. And you'll see the whole truth while you are there. It's how the Anunnaki came here and set up settlements to mine for the gold in South Africa. And they created or bred the Lulu Amilu, the primitive workers. This mining site was not small. It was larger than modern-day Los Angeles in land area. And it was covered by what looked like beehive structures, right? In those beehive structures, the Anunnaki incubated zygotes or embryos that matured very fast. In a matter of months, they would be old enough to learn and work. They sped up their gestation so they could pump out primitive workers very fast to go down into the mines of Mount Azapa and work to mine the gold. The ruddy red race, the Adamite. I'd like you all I want you all to research these things, just like I asked you to read the story again of Noah's flood. I want you to have comparative studies. Don't tell yourself, well, I know all about that. Go back and read it again, and then look around the world and see if you see the similarities. Connect the dots. Just like when you read the book of Revelations, especially the transliteration by Dr. Malachi Zior. If you read the Injil from front to back, you're going to come to certain chapters in the book of Revelation where you're going to look around the world and you're going to say, this is what chapter we're in right here. You follow me? And you'll understand or overstand there's a method to my madness. Okay? I'm not asking you to look up things for no reason at all. There is a method to my madness. I want you all to be masters, Belamutazazadins, divine, incarnated in flesh. It's 10:25. Let's see who's going to get out there the fastest and perform miracles tonight for the world and for yourself. Go ahead.
I see a star, Messiah.
All right. What are you going to do with it? I see it. I hope everybody else bear witness. I hope everybody else bear witness to what you do.
In the name of Amun-Rayay, the Messiah, the one and true Messiah, star, go up.
It wobbled to the left.
It's going up.
Yeah.
Yeah, it did.
Yeah, it wobbled.
In the name of Amun-Rayay, Messiah, one on the true Messiah, star, drop down. Just drop it down. In the name of Amun-Rayay, Messiah, star, move clockwise. It's going clockwise. In the name of Amun-Rayay, Messiah, star, move to the left. And move it to the left. Move it to the side.
I love you. Nobody bear witness to what he did? Atifit, what you gonna do for us in Virginia today, tonight? Atifit. Don't y'all scare me now. Participate.
I'm out here. I'm on. I see you. Bright
All
star,
right,
craft.
go ahead. I see.
In the name of
what are you
Amun,
gonna do with it?
I'm gonna move that bright star or craft. In the name of Amun-Rayay, move up.
Going up.
Thank you. Bear witness to what she's
One up.
doing.
In the name of Amun-Rayay, drop down. It's coming down.
And down.
In the name of Amun-Rayay, move to the right.
All right.
So drop down.
Go to the right.
Okay.
Yeah, it did. In the name of Amun-Rayay, move back to the left. And move left.
Moving left. Moving left.
In the name of Amun-Rayay, move closer.
Coming closer.
Moving closer.
You go a little, moving closer. Move back in the name of Amun-Rayay.
Just moving back.
Going back.
Moving back.
In the name of Amun-Rayay, make a clockwise circle.
Moving clockwise.
Clockwise.
So jiggly a little bit.
Yes.
I love you all.
Moving clockwise. I love you,
And
Messiah.
every time you all perform that miracle, your spiritual muscles getting stronger and stronger, and you're strengthening your ties to heaven. Go ahead. And you got people in the world bearing witness. Those that have eyes to see.
Yes.
Next.
I'll go next.
Okay, love you. I love
In
you.
the name of Amun-Rayay, I love you.
Where you gonna move?
Star.
Okay, I see it.
In the name of Amun-Rayay, move clockwise.
You're just going clockwise.
Clockwise. In the name of Amun-Rayay, raise up.
Going up.
Well,
And it's running
Going up.
kind of funny, but it's going up.
Going up. In the
Yeah.
name of Amun-Rayay, drop down.
And he's dropping down.
Dropping down.
Those of you that know me know I'm inside my room in the dark with my eyes closed. Go ahead.
Definitely so. Definitely so.
Yeah.
In the name of Amun-Rayay, stop. I'll let somebody else go. Thank you, family.
Yeah, it's all in your mind. Believe me. There
This
is
is
no out there.
in Texas. I'll go.
I love you. All of you that think you're going
I'm
through
gonna move.
something, 1 second. Everybody that thinks they're going through something, it's all in your mind. Because there's no out there. You're not in that room or in that body. That room is in you. Okay? Go ahead. What are you going to do? What are you going to move?
I'm here in Texas. I'm going to move the Messiah star.
Okay, I see it.
In the name of Amun-Rayay, run in a clockwise circle. And there it goes.
It's going
in a clockwise circle.
Clockwise.
Now stop. In the name of Amun-Rayay, run up. And it's taking off. It's running up.
Moving up.
Moving up.
Crazy.
On up.
Going up. Yeah.
Now stop. In the name of Amun-Rayay, come closer. And it's coming closer.
Moving closer.
Up
Coming
closer. Now stop. Tawaha family. Tawaha Messiah. I love you.
I love you more. Let me explain
Love
something
you
to you.
too. My beloved
Now,
sister.
how do we know there's only one mind and that I'm the Messiah? It's because when it comes closer to you, it's coming closer to me. Do you understand?
Yes.
True.
That could not be possible unless we're the same being. Do you hear me?
Yes.
Yeah.
It's true.
Let me say it again. When it comes closer to you, it's coming closer to me. Because the illusion is that you're you and I'm me, or you're in Texas and I'm in Georgia. But the reality is, it's only one mind.
Yes.
If you want to be in heaven, you better vibrate on that one mind. Come on up
Yeah.
here. Next. Cheryl in London. What you got in London?
Please enter
Yes.
your PIN followed by the pound or hash. If you do not know your PIN, please enter pound or hash.
Right above me.
Say it again, Cheryl. I'm sorry. The
Thank you.
devil's trying to block. The devil's trying to block you. Go ahead.
Yeah, I can see a bright star right above me.
Okay, what are you going to do with it? I see it.
Yep. In the name of Amun-Rayay, drop down. It's going to fight between the clouds, but it's okay. I'm focused.
And it's dropping down.
Dropping down.
Yep. Dropping down. Okay. Now move back up in the name of Amun-Rayay.
And it's moving up, little wobbly, moving up.
It is wobbly.
Moving up.
Yep, it's wobbling
Yeah.
down and
It
up.
is.
Yeah.
Yep. Now move to the right. In the name of Amun-Rayay. Okay, it's starting to move right.
Moving right. Moving.
Yep. Moving right, yeah. Slow, but it's moving right. Now it's speeding up. Now move to the left in the name of Amun-Rayay. Moving left. Getting cloudy, but it's moving left.
They just see the stars, Cheryl. They don't see the clouds, you see.
Yeah, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
We got a clear night.
I love you.
Yeah.
Now you got to understand. I want to be clear with you, Cheryl. That star, if you pull it closer to you, it'll be pulling closer to me. And the only way that's possible, London, is if we're in the same place at the same time. With the same mind.
Exactly.
I hope you all hear what I'm saying.
I
That's
do.
vital information. You have to hear me. And it's how you know I was sent here to you. I'm the Messiah. I was sent here to guide you. I am the one you've been waiting for, the one you've been looking for. I've been placed on this seat by followers, not by people that voted for me.
Nobody says. You're doing your job, a good job. I don't care what nobody says.
I just hope y'all understand what I just said. When the star moves, star moves close to you, it's moving close to me. And it's moving close to everybody else. Because we're all the same one, Cheryl. And when you become a part of that galactic family, you realize we're all one, and that'll be the end of the competition. Go ahead.
I was going to ask you that question that I could only see one star, but every time one of the sisters or the brothers moved the star, I could see that one star I see moving.
I understand. One mind.
Yeah.
You follow what I'm saying?
Yes.
We share the same experience because we're all one.
I was thinking about the question, and then you explained it before I could even voice it.
That was part of the one mind.
He does that a lot.
That was quantum entanglement.
Yeah.
That was the one mind, the 9 mind, right there, okay?
Yes.
I'm trying to get y'all to understand, you really are members of the 144,000. Don't throw it away. You're the only one that has the power to throw it away. You better cherish it, work for it, and establish that link and make it stronger. Do your due diligence. Be consumed with it every day. Make your life brighter and stronger each and every day. Look, I love you all more than you love yourselves. Get this truth out there to millions and millions of people every day. I don't have a computer. We rely on you all. And you're ready and able. Just be willing. Send in donations. Do your due diligence. Keep this mission strong. I love you.